The exam is changing, the exam is changing, the exam is changing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the exam has changed. And there are so many myths about this new PMP exam. I've been PMP certified since 2013, and I've seen a couple changes. But let me tell you, this new PMP exam is everything. Now let's talk about some of the major changes on this new exam. The first major change is that it's the best of both worlds, waterfall and agile. Of course, you need waterfall for your traditional industries and companies that have yet to adapt to agile. Waterfall is the foundation of project management and still part of the PMP exam. It's managing a project from initiating all the way to close with very detailed planning process. Waterfall is still relevant. Let's talk about one of the biggest changes to the PMP exam, the inclusion of Agile. Many high-tech companies, our cell phone providers to name a few, use an Agile methodology. So trust me, Agile is not a bad word. When the new release comes out and the glitches come up, and 2 weeks later, they send an update to correct the problem. That's Agile. We as customers get some benefit. However, it's not perfect. The company gets feedback and pushes changes and updates. We not only accept it, it's now the norm. Agile includes concepts like fail fast, quickly learning from your releases, provide immediate value, and implement lessons learned throughout the project. Do you realize that the new invitation-only social media platform Clubhouse is still in beta? Millions are using it, and they have the luxury of learning from customer feedback and data to improve its features from its users. No longer can companies afford to plan and execute, and after a year or two, let alone 3 years, to actually understand and receive feedback from your customer. If this occurs in tech, you're gone. You're out of business. You're already canceled. The new PMP exam covers benefits like the daily stand-up and retrospectives. Even if you are not an Agile shop today, you will be in the near future. You can count on that. Why not proactively become familiar with the methodology? Which brings me to the hybrid approach. It's the best of both worlds. It's blending traditional waterfall and Agile methodology and using the tools and techniques that benefit your organization. This is for companies and business units who are transitioning to Agile, but still need some traditional waterfall methodology as well. There's a huge wave of industries that are not yet Agile, so transitioning to a hybrid approach is starting to become common and will soon be the norm. If I were you, I would get ahead of the curve. Another great change to the PMP exam are the variety of exam questions. The exam is still multiple choice. However, PMI has changed it up a little bit, changed it up for the better. The exam is not straight paragraphs like before. They have some drag and drop as well as some charts-like questions. This gives you an alternate opportunity to showcase your project management expertise and interpret business documents. It also gives your brain a rest from reading those long paragraphs. I have a few more great changes to report. PMP exam went from 200 questions to now a reduced 180 questions. And now with a 4-hour exam, you now get 2 breaks. You're welcome. That's all I have to say about that. And last but certainly not least, there's a bonus change. Not a change to the exam, but a change to the PMP application. Before the PMP application was like Twitter. You had to explain that you are an expert project manager with an extremely limited character count. I would literally work with individuals for hours on how to abbreviate their application. We have to talk about the elephant in the room, about the old way of breaking down these project hours by process group. Many people would spend hours inputting projects into Excel spreadsheets to document their project hours versus the process groups. No more. Now the PMP application is super simple as compared to before. PMI has simplified the PMP application, and now the project hour requirements is captured in a drop-down where you input the month and the year, and literally the application reduces the months for you. 36 months for applicants with a BA, and 60 months with an associate's or a high school diploma. So now that you know and understand the new PMP exam changes from a PMI authorized trainer and provider, why wouldn't you take and pass the PMP exam? Check our schedule for our next PMP exam bootcamp. I hope to coach you to PMP certification greatness.